Hey, it's BGV. Welcome back to Fallout New Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. In the last episode, we finished our business with the Forbidden Dome Zone. I always forget if it's Zone Dome or Dome Zone. Did I say the same thing twice? I always forget if it's Zone Dome or Dome Zone. What do we have over here? Looks like a wooden crate with some mentats on top. Ooh, and a stim pack. Don't worry, I saw it. As well as a skeleton here with some gems. Yes, so we finished our business with Dr. Mobius in the Forbidden Zone Dome, and now we need to go back to the think tank and end the story of the Old World Blues DLC. But you'll notice that we actually have an optional objective as well. Optional: retrieve the Sync's autodocs. Retrieve the Sync autodocs personality holotape from Y-17 to restore the autodocs functionality, and we will do that. I'm not sure what that has to do with the final quest or whatever, but we will find out. So there's the Y-17 medical facility, and here is the X-7B Boomtown target zone, which I do not remember activating, but we'll head on over. Alrighty, looks like our destination is right over yonder. There's X-7B. You know what? I do not remember this location. I believe when I played this DLC the last time, off camera, I did everything that you could possibly do, including finding all of the locations and exploring them. So it's odd that I don't remember what that is, but it looks important. It looks like the biggest fleshed out location we've been to so far. So when we do the exploring segment of this Let's Play, we'll probably go ahead and check that out. But let's check out this Sunset Sarsaparilla machine and also this locker. Although there was nothing inside of the locker, but that's quite alright. Alright, so we're looking for a personality, I believe. A personality file, which usually is optional, but in this case it's still optional, but it has to do with another quest. Again, I'm not sure what significance that has once we find this, what that will do. But you guys know me at this point. I pretty much like to find every single optional objective. Okay.
Sneaking done. Fighting now.
We have a couple of what looks like Mr. Gutsies, but they're called Mr. Orderlies. Dr. Orderly, MD, PhD, DDS. What an exalted robot. Why do we have a sniper rifle and we only have 57%, a 57% chance to hit this? That's pretty ridiculous, especially since if we're not in VATS and I do that, we'll hit it regardless, right? It's not showing me a health bar. There we go. I hate fighting robots because you guys know me at this point. I don't like using energy weapons too much, and energy weapons are the best thing to use against these robots. Our bullets don't really do that much damage, but it's the only thing that we have. I mean, we do have the antenna array, which does EMP damage or whatever. So let's see how much damage that does. Are we hitting something different? Because it looks like the health bar just raised. You have gained the Machine Head perk rank 2. We'll take a look at that after we finish combat with these things. All of your degrees cannot save you, robots. We have one more. I don't know why these medical robots are hostile right off the bat. Maybe if we read some of the terminals, they would give us an idea. But yeah, the satellite is doing quite a lot of damage, even with our poor melee skills. What do we have here? Autodoc upgrade cosmetic enhancements. Okay, bobby pin. Yeah, so actually I do remember all of the Sync personalities actually have multiple holograms, I believe, multiple upgrades that let you do different things with each one. So it's not a matter of just going and finding each one. You have to actually find, well, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can find all of the upgrades. Here we have the Sync Project Autodoc. That looks like the main one to me. And is this place empty other than that? It doesn't look like there's much to do. Optional: use the Sync Autodoc to retrieve your original heart. Right, okay. I kind of figured that's what it was for. So we were getting the Autodoc personality so that we can put our original organs in our body. Well, not organs, because one of them is our spine, right? So our spine and our heart and our brain.
Just kidding.
But we have our brain. Okay, here we have a terminal. Let's see what this has. Sierra Madre test case. I heard that most people do like reading the terminal, so I'm going to go ahead and continue just showing you guys these. You can pause the video if you want, read them if you want. I'm not going to read them, but obviously these give a lot of backstory to the Big Mountain. There we go. Sierra Madre is referencing the DLC we've already completed. Looks like we are done with this location, although there was to... Oh, hold on a second here. Yeah, why not? Let's just fully explore this place. We're already here. No sense in coming back. We do have the magical portal disasperating gun? Disasperating isn't a word. Oh boy. Someone should make a list of like all the words I've made up, and we'll just try and put them in the dictionary and just act like they're real words. Here we have the sterilizer glove. I'm not sure if that's unique or not, but we'll take it anyways because it looks like it's out of place. Anything else in here? I do see that bed. We will use it to get some free healing. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We'll sleep.
Time to fight.
You cannot sleep while enemies are nearby. Well, that's interesting considering I'm not seeing enemies anywhere. We also have a holotape here. Patient log Y-170. We'll take a look at that in a second. I just remembered, actually, I told you guys we'd take a look at the perk too. Okay, nothing here. Are there anything in these? Okay, whoa. That kind of scared the crap out of me. Alright, let's take it at our sniper. Where'd that lobotomite come from? That is a lobotomite, right? Yes, it is. I guess it just spawned him. Well, that explains why we can't sleep. Hopefully that's the only one. No, it indeed is not. That's quite alright, because the Gobi campaign scout rifle I was going to say is going to kill these guys in one hit. That's clearly a lie, because that one took 3. I think this is the last man. What are you going to do with a super sledge, my friend? First, you're going to have to get past that chair.
Was that all?
Does not look like you're able to do that, unfortunately. Probably requires a brain. Okay, boom. I mean, these people do have brains. It's just part of them are missing. The important parts, I think. Boom. And how about you? Some BBs. You don't see that type of ammo too often. All right, now we should be able to sleep. And we also have that patient log. Looks like that's the only thing in here, though. All right, let's go ahead and sleep on this bloody, disgusting mattress. You take what you can get, though. Am I right? Alright, so we got the machine head perk, which I'm going to assume just increases the amount of damage we do to machines. You grind the gears of the machines and gain a damage bonus against robots. Look at that. Alright, we also have in miscellaneous, no, we need to go to data. Patient log Y-17.0. We also have these two. This holotape contains an upgrade file for the Sync Robotic Assistant autodoc. This holotape contains the functionality profile for the Sync Robotic Assistant autodoc.
This is Christine Royce, Knight of the Brotherhood of Steel, the Circle. Not going to make it through this. Hope someone finds this message, gets it to the Brotherhood in the West. Tracked a rogue Brotherhood elder, Elijah, here to the Big Empty. Place is more than it seems. There's a crater hidden deep inside. Junkyard of pre-war labs scattered across the crater's surface, all still running, like this one. Elijah's dissecting these centers, one by one. Tracked him to an old Chinese-American internment camp. Survivors, ghouls, have bomb collars. Robots moved in when I tried to intercept him. Elijah sent the camp ghouls against us both, like walking bombs. Got hit by the explosions, woke up here. Guess the medical robots were programmed to bring wounded victims from the camp to this center.
Okay, I'm not sure if that audio log is done, or that holotape. I don't know if the loading screen messed it up. I guess we'll see afterwards. It said it was 1 minute and 40 seconds, but obviously that was Christine talking, who we've met and actually had as a companion. Interesting.
Some kind of autodoc prototype lab, manned by corpses trapped inside suits that keep them moving. No idea why. Not sure how long I'm going to last.
Perhaps
Cut up in my head like a lot of the humans I've seen here. Feels strange. Can talk, but can't hack the term.
So like us, Christine was able
Wait,
to...
An explosion outside. Someone's here.
Man, audio logs or holotapes in the Fallout universe. Like, it says it takes 1 minute and 40 seconds to go through it, but they seem like they last an eternity. Every single one I listen to, it's like, times it by 2, and that's what it feels like. Okay, so, here we have the autodoc.
Well, how about that? Old autodoc's back online. Well, alright, come here, let's have a look at you. You are, without a doubt, the healthiest son of a bitch I've ever seen wandering the big empty. Ain't got no use for an old digital sawbones like me.
Can you do anything beyond healing me?
Well, firstly, I would say providing wholeness of the body is service enough, but if you must know, I'm also programmed with cosmetical subroutines. Diagnostic says they're offline for the moment, though. Something about corrupted data files and all manner of such foolishness. If you want a haircut or a nose job that won't leave you looking like a ghoul with alopecia, you'll have to find replacement discs for them. Also, and I won't swear to this, but I recollect at some point having a few implant installation modules. Can't speak to where they got to, though.
I love how all of these holotapes just got scattered around the entire big mountain. Like, how did that even happen when all of the sink residents are in one area? Also, alopecia, for anyone that doesn't know, is like the disease where hair naturally falls out or just does not grow. I saw it in Arrested Development, which I'm a huge fan of, the more you know. So if we do this option, I'm feeling a little unwell in the head. Can you perform a psychiatric evaluation on me? I believe that just lets you reset like the perks. I know this DLC adds quite a lot in terms of character adjustment. Most of it is through the sync autodoc. But I'd like to engage your services.
And rightly so, I should think. Alright then, let me just fire up the old interface for you.
Prototype autodoc. This prototype autodoc is capable of performing a thorough physical exam and curing the patient of all common ailments, radiation sickness, lacerations, broken bones, even chemical addictions. In addition, it can give haircuts and perform cosmetic surgery. So, basically, yeah, we can get rid of everything, including rads. We can change how we look. We can get a haircut. We can swap body parts. Select organ to replace. Associated perks will also be replaced. Let's place your heart back in your chest. You have lost the Heartless perk. Cardiac arrest perk. Your heart is back in your body, but some advanced technologies remain. You are less resistant to poison, 50%, and robots are only somewhat confused by you, 25% less likely to score a critical hit now. But on the bright side, healing items, chems, are twice as effective, plus 50%. Hopefully that means stim packs as well. Yeah, Arizona would definitely not be a cyborg. He'd want his original body parts inside of his body.
You require some...
So we will definitely be going with that. But if you're not understanding, you can keep the technological alterations if you so wish. So I believe, yes, reattach our spine. You have lost the spineless perk. Reinforce spine perk. Your spine is back in your body, but some advanced technologies remain. Your torso can now be crippled again, but your strength and damage threshold bonuses have doubled. It's pretty good considering we don't have much strength, if I remember right. So there we go. We should have completed both optional objectives now. I believe all that remains is to talk to the think tank, but let's double check. Confront Dr. Klein at the think tank and end your imprisonment at Big Mountain. Let's go ahead and do that. Dr. Klein awaits. Make sure you're prepared to finish this once and for all. Well, I wouldn't say we're in the prime position that we want to be. In fact, how many stim packs do we have? Probably not a lot, and we're wearing this confounded suit that uses them whenever it so wishes. Do we even have any stim packs? Oh, we have 12. Okay, I don't remember having that much. Hopefully it autosaved before. I don't want to save now in case we're locked in here and we can't leave. So we're just going to go ahead and move forward. The pacification field is not affecting us. And here we have all 5 robots at once.
The lobotomite returns. Our lobotomite. Has Dr. Mobius been denominated into scrap metal and voice module parts, as we hoped?
Oh no, none of these options are really like a talk it through sort of way. Of course we don't have speech anyways, but I guess we have to go with I found my brain, now you and I are going to settle things. They all sound hostile though.
I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again.
Oh, well that changes things. That causes a reason for Arizona to want to kill these buckets of bolts. I'm not handing my brain over. There's some things we should discuss.
And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this Mojave place. A fertile testing ground for our experiments.
I can't let you dissect the Mojave or let you leave.
Yes, you can. You don't really have an alternative that I can see.
Dr. Klein, please. Let's see what its insides look like. Finally.
Fine. Are you sure we've calculated all the combat probabilities here? I mean, the lobotomite confronted Mobius. Plus, you know, we haven't had a COMBAT drill in forever. I don't think we could form a tactical attack triangle if we wanted to.
Releasing the WOMBAT was not my plan, so get off my voice box.
Silencing opinionators.
We are bigger, smarter, and floatier than you, lobotomites. We don't wish to fight you, so surrender your brain, now.
But see, if you did that, I would die, because I don't have the synthetic counterpart. You may have noticed the pacification field is down. Guess what happens now?
Fight? I've never been in a fight. What do I... Colleagues! Think tank! Alert! Alert! We are under attack!
And here we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab... I wanted to say Dr. Boom because I've been playing Hearthstone quite a bit. Alright, let's grab Thump Thump. And let's completely overshoot that shot. Why are we moving so slow? It feels like I'm crouched. Okay. Let's just fire willy-nilly into the crowd here. Is our...
Injecting Stimpack.
I was gonna say, is our suit going to use Stimpaks? Indeed it is. Oh my god, we're not even hitting any of these guys. Alright, let's try and use VATS here. I'm missing, like, most of the shots. And in VATS we can actually tell. There we go. Look at all that AoE splash damage. There goes Dr. Klein. And I'm not sure how many we have left, but based on what my suit just said, looks like we are done. The think tank is no more. Can we loot them? Dr. Dala. Oh my god. Okay. Ton of ammo. And a teddy bear. Fitting. Alright, so that was, what was her name? Dala. Alright, so let's keep track of this. Dr. Klein. There's 5 of them. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's 2. No, we just searched Dr. Klein, right? Yes, Dr. 8. They just have a ton of energy cells. Meeting people. Because Dr. 8 is the one that... Right? The one that can't talk, right? Yeah, he just talks in static, kind of like Bumblebee from Transformers. So it's very funny that he has a Meeting People magazine. Alright, we have 2 more. Dala we already searched. Where are they? This is going to be really hard to try and find out where they are. We have Dr. Boris and we have Dr. O left, I believe. But I'm not seeing where they are at all. There's Boris. Okay, and all we have left is Dr. O. Dr. Klein, Dr. 8, Dr. Dala.
Who do you think is cuter? Dr. Klein or Dr. Boros?
Doesn't much matter now, considering they're all dead. Okay, here we have the final body. It's not really a body, but you know what I mean. Can we use this thing? Yes, create some Stimpaks. 5 Stimpaks, nice. Okay, let's just do a quick run-through of this area. I'm seeing these footlockers all over the place. Let's just go back into... You know what? No. Let's just go ahead and end the DLC, and then the next episode will start all of the exploration, including this place, and we'll see if we can find any cool stuff. So, Elevator to Big Mountain.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
Although, truth be told, the courier had barely explored the crater in an attempt to rush through and be done with the whole thing.
No!
Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
I was just gonna wait till the end.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink was strangely silent, which it had never been in previous years. The lack of personality modules made the base lifeless and sterile.
But it's not gonna be like that for long.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyberdogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 felt spent, having repeatedly upgraded the stealth suit until it could upgrade it no more. It felt warm, fulfilled, and a bit sluggish. It realized not long after, the stealth suit had left it without so much as a note on the nightstand. So the infiltration program sent out robo-brains into the wastes, looking for its wayward technology. It eventually found Repcon HQ and set up a new research center, testing and murdering fiends who kept breaking into the facility.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
The think tank basement, filled with lobotomized robotical frames of the doctors, now served as a graveyard. The monitors had recorded the battle in its entirety, including the think tank's final, shrill, terrified screams, whimpers, and pleas for mercy. They broadcast these humiliating last moments as a warning to anyone approaching the perimeter that other smarty pants were not welcome. The courier was the inheritor of the Big Empty, and there was room for only one will in the halls of the think tank dome.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent. as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one. The Sink sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return, shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
Is it the Lonesome Road? And so ends the Old World Blues DLC. Well, at least the main story. Unfortunately, I didn't realize that not exploring would make the ending slides a little bit more dismal, but that's okay because we're still going to explore, as I've been mentioning. You have lost the Brainless perk, that's fine. You have gained the Big Brain perk. Okay, Big Brain perk. Your brain is back in your body, but some of the advanced technologies remain. Your head still cannot be crippled, but you are only 10% more resistant to addiction now. Surprisingly, your damage threshold has improved by 10%, minimum plus 1 DT. You've acquired the Big Mountain Transportal Ponder. It's capable of transporting you and you alone between the Mojave Wasteland and Big Mountain. To return the Mojave or go back to the Big Mountain from the Mojave, simply equip the Transportal Ponder. As you would any weapon, pull the trigger and away you'll go. Note that it won't work in interiors or in combat situations and is totally incapable of harming your enemies.
Huzzah! Huzzah, sir!
Huzzah indeed. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to end this episode here. In the next one, we will begin exploring the Big Mountain, finding all of the Sync's personalities, exploring the think tank more than we have. And I will see you guys there. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.